so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
This closed captioning sponsorship is brought to you by...
When pain says I'm here, I say, so are they. Just want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve. Who do you take it for?
What can I get you?
I'll have a small non-fat yogurt and a bucket of Rocky Road.
Shake off the COVID blues and revitalize your home. It's time to get those carpets, tile, and upholstery looking good again. Call Todd's Carpet and Tile Cleaning. Now that things are opening up, friends and family are back together. Call Todd's to make sure your home looks its best. Todd specializes in carpets, upholstery, tile, grout, draperies, area rugs, and carpet repairs. They even clean your garage and driveway. Call a local company with a quality reputation you know and trust. Todd's Carpet and Tile Cleaning, 702-595-0488.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Today is Wednesday, February 15th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, the suspect who was wanted for allegedly robbing a local business over the weekend is now in custody in a hospital in Las Vegas. A nationwide warrant was issued for the capture of 47-year-old Pahrump resident Michael Duran after he robbed the Dairy Queen on Sunday morning with a crowbar, terrorizing young employees at this restaurant, according to police. Local law enforcement were on the lookout for the culprit, even conducting a felony stop on a vehicle Monday morning on Pahrump Valley Boulevard. Duran wasn't inside the vehicle at the time, but another wanted suspect was, and they took him into custody. Tuesday night, Duran was located and placed into custody at a Las Vegas hospital. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says upon discharge from this facility, he will be transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center and booked on charges of robbery with a deadly weapon, burglary, petty larceny, and harassment. He is being held on $48,000 bail. And one person is now in custody following a police chase, which occurred last night throughout the town of Pahrump. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt. Deputies were led on a high-speed pursuit throughout the town of Pahrump last night. It started off of Pahrump Valley Boulevard leading onto Mount Charleston and ending with a crash into a stick-built home off of Arapahoe and Upland. The vehicle crashed into a garage portion of the home, causing major damage. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, auxiliary, Valley Electric Association, and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene. The driver and only occupant was taken into custody. No injuries have been reported. Traffic was diverted around the site during the investigation and cleanup. Valley Electric Association secured power to the home. There was residents inside the home at the time of the crash. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue examined the structure for stability as well. The call originated as a call for service regarding a petty larceny. The driver was a juvenile. And you might have seen us this on our local Prompt Facebook page a little bit earlier today. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office, they were on scene on Hardy Lane where dynamite was located at a vacant residence where an individual had passed away in recent months. The road was closed between Wood Chips and Barney until the explosives were safely removed. Of course, those lanes have all been opened at this time and the explosives were removed safely. The Nye County Sheriff's Office has vacated that area at this point. And News 25 will return right after this break.
When you're hurt in a car wreck, this is what the insurance companies want to pay you.
This is what we want to get you.
Call Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Now handling Zantac cases.
This President's Day weekend, save some Benjamins at the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza with below MSRP pricing on nearly every new Chevy, Buick, and GMC in stock. And don't miss your chance to maximize your trade-in value with an additional $1,000 in Auto Plaza trade-in bonus value during this event. That's an extra $1,000 over and above the appraised value. Get as low as 2.99% APR or receive no payments for up to 120 days during this sale. GM is offering this rate on nearly every new Chevy car, truck, and SUV in stock, and many of these vehicles also qualify for additional factory cash back. Our inventory is back and more is on the way. So if you're looking for the right time to get your next new or used vehicle, stop by the Auto Plaza today. 2.99% APR on approved credit for 60 months. Must finance through GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. See dealer for complete details.
You got bills and you need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $1,800 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. They're also in need of drivers for front-end loaders. If this is you, call for Ed now. 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
We are celebrating President's Day all month long at Saida Trudeau Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. Every single vehicle in inventory is slashed to incredibly low prices. You can save thousands. The ear of the dealership must ring with the voices of the people, and the people want savings. Savings like on the Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab with over $8,000 in available rebates or 1.9% financing for 60 months. The truth will set you free, like with free financing for 36 months on the 2022 Jeep Compass Latitude or $4,000 in rebates. I cannot tell a lie. That's some incredible savings. In any moment of decision, the best thing to do is the right thing. And the right thing is to come on down to Saida Trudeau and save now. You could save up to $4,500 on a 2022 Jeep Gladiator Overland or $4,000 cash back on a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Come to Saida Trudeau for President's Day event going on all month long.
Your original local hometown dealer, we want only to be the best.
Out of nowhere, a crash can happen when you least expect it.
We didn't see it coming.
Not all injuries are apparent at the time of the crash.
Within a matter of seconds, all we heard was two cars colliding together. Took my husband to the hospital. There's more to car accidents and insurance and everything that has to do with them than you understand. So we were referred to Jonathan Nelson because the case was more complicated than we initially thought.
Here at J.K. Nelson, we just want you to concentrate on one thing, getting better. Leave the rest to us. Give us a call today, 727-9900. That's J.K. Nelson Law at 727-9900.
They could help you better than you could ever help yourself, and I would highly recommend J.K. Nelson Law.
Call J.K. Nelson Law at 775-727-9900.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by John Air. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call 775-751-2372.
Welcome back to News 25. A couple things I wanted to talk to you about. You know, we have our app, the Local BTV, and a few people have been talking to me when I've been out and about 25.3 being down and also 25.5. You know, our magic man back there, Vern Van Winkle, if you know anything about him, he's been working on this a whole bunch. We've had Valley Electric up here. He's even working on it in the back room right now, trying to make sure that everybody has real America's voice. I had somebody approach me and they were thinking that maybe people were working on it to bring that down. We're not working on it to bring it down. We are making sure that you guys are getting it and that we are working on doing our very best to make sure that that is running smoothly for you. And we are doing our best to make sure that there's no glitches in that broadcast. So rest assured, we are trying to get those stations going and doing our very best to get those to run smoothly for you. We urge everybody to stream on Local BTV. That's the best way to get us and to get all of our channels. And please download that app on your iPhone, on your Android phone. You can even get it on your computer, on any kind of streaming service, even on your television. You can get it by downloading a Local BTV as well. And we do have some sad news in our entertainment industry, and that is the death of Raquel Welch. And she passed away today at the age of 82 after a brief illness. Everybody knows this bombshell, and definitely a fantastic actress, and made waves 60s, 70s, and I mean, I remember the posters that we had, my dad had, back in the day, and we'll be saying goodbye to her. She's a fantastic woman. Well, District 36 Assemblyman Greg Hafen is hoping to make more personal connections to his constituents this legislative session. He also is making some bills that he's supporting in Carson City. We caught up with your lawmaker at the Lincoln Day dinner Saturday night.
Yeah, we just started last Monday, had opening day. We've been hearing a lot of budget from all the different agencies and actually starting to get our bills put together. I've got a little bit of attention on my voter ID bill because the language is out on that, and actually been getting some really positive feedback. There was a poll done by the Nevada Independent that showed only 8% of Nevadans actually oppose my bill. So I thought that was very encouraging, and you know, we're hitting the ground running and seeing what we can get accomplished this session. My approach was to try to keep it simple. I looked at where Nevada already implements a form of voter ID, and that's that same day voter registration. So if you're not registered, you can go vote on the same day and register. You just have to bring your Nevada DMV issued license or your tribal issued license. And so I'm like, we should just do that for everyone. Clerks know how to do it. The election officials know how to use it. And so that was my approach, is to use what's already in place, something that was actually supported by the other side of the aisle. Because I want to make this bipartisan. The other part of my bill that I did is actually increasing the penalties for somebody that does commit voter fraud. I believe it should be a felony. We just saw an individual enter in a plea deal where it became a misdemeanor in community service, and I don't think that's right. I think that it absolutely should be a felony on your record if you commit voter fraud, and so we've added that to my bill. So I've got about 10 bills right now that I'm working on. Some of my priorities are for the veterans. I've got a free parking bill for the Purple Heart veterans, the Gold Stars, and the Bronze Stars. And so I carried that last session. I think I've got a lot of good support this session to get that through. And then I've got, there's another veterans bill that I'm working on co-sponsoring. And so all of our committee hearings and the floor sessions are actually on YouTube, as well as our legislative website. And I find YouTube's a little bit more user-friendly. But yeah, and then I'm going to start doing some live town halls starting February 22nd. You can follow my email distribution, go to my website, sign up. And you'll get all the links, or follow me on social media. I'm back on Twitter now that Elon Musk has taken over and started to allow people back on his platform. Decided to get back on there, Facebook, Instagram, or you can reach out to my office at any time. It's on the state website. Email me, call me anytime. Try to respond to you in a timely manner. We're had 1 weekend, but I've been up there for the last 3 weeks sitting through budget presentations. And it's really nice to be home this weekend. Flew in for the Lincoln Day dinner that the Pahrump Women's Group put together, and just absolute awesome event with Mark Amadei. My good friend, the Nevada State Comptroller, Andy Matthews, is here, as well as a few other of my friends. And so it's just great to be home for the weekend. And during the shutdown, the lockdown, whatever you want to call it, a lot of people are reaching out to me to help them get through their unemployment. I know that there's going to be some SNAP benefit issues that are about to come forward and expire. And so myself and my office are here to help. So anybody needs anything at the state level, more than glad to help. And even at the federal level, we refer them to either Mark Amadei or Stephen Horsford. Try to get them where they need to go, whether it's veterans or unemployment. We're here to help.
And Assemblyman Hafen and News 25 are making arrangements to have regular interviews to bring you the latest of what's happening in this legislative session in Carson City. And a Pahrump woman is arrested for what police say is in a stolen vehicle.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office are reporting that they have arrested an individual by the name of Crystal Rampolla for one count of alleged grand larceny of a motor vehicle. On February 14th of this year, a peace officer from the Nye County Sheriff's Office observed a suspicious white GMC pickup truck parked on the east backside of Green Valley Grocery, located on Highway 372 and Blagg Road. A records check of the vehicle returned stolen. The officer then chose to park at a distance where he could observe the vehicle. Moments later, he watched two occupants enter the vehicle and then pull out onto Highway 372 and proceed east. The vehicle then turned onto Yosemite and traveled south. The officer was able to locate the vehicle and conduct a felony stop on the vehicle after the driver elected to park at a housing duplex. The female driver, who was later identified as Crystal Rampolla, allegedly provided a false name to avoid prosecution. According to the report, a records check of Crystal returned with 3 confirmed failure to appear warrants out of Pahrump Justice Court. Crystal was taken into custody, transported to the Nye County Detention Center, and booked on 3 confirmed warrants, as well as providing a false name to avoid prosecution.
We'll be back with your Save a Pet and health and so much more.
LV.net provides fast, reliable internet at a fair price. We're a locally operated company and have proudly served the city of Las Vegas since 1994. At LV.net, we're your friends and neighbors, so you can be confident that you'll always get the best customer service. Our team is available 24/7, 365. There's no credit checks, no hidden fees, no data caps, and we will never raise your rates. LV.net is your hometown internet service provider. Don't forget, call LV.net at 702-9-MINUTE. That's 702-900-0000.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bella Vista, call 775-727-5527.
Horizon Markets are a one-stop shop for convenience. Are you wanting to enjoy a hot cup of coffee and a pastry? Needing some fuel? Or want a simple refreshment or snack? Come visit one of our 6 Horizon Market locations near you. We also have the loosest slots around town with over $1 million in payouts. You will get Pahrump's hometown value, where convenience and low prices meet. So no matter who you are, you'll find your Horizon in Pahrump.
Now is the time. Get off your seat and into the beat of fitness for just $10. We offer everything you need at our hometown gym, and most plans are just $10 a month. Plus, there are no long-term commitments required. We have tons of options: yoga, high and low impact cardio classes, circuit training, and new innovative classes to keep you motivated. With 15,000 square feet of fitness, we are the largest full-service gym in Pahrump. Get started today. Come and see us at Fitness 410.
Mom's Diner, the heart of Pahrump, is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Something fun is always happening here, from the arrival of classic antique cars to watching the diner enjoy a Momstrosity burger. The food is so good, you'll think they stole your mama. Mom's Diner is open daily from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 1242 East State Street, number 100. Dine in or take out. Call 775-751-9929.
The hardware store that has it all. Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware. Quality tools including a massive channel lock product line, plumbing, indoor and outdoor growing supplies, custom hydraulic hoses, custom paint matching, key cutting. And we're more than just hardware. A huge hobby and art department, homeopathic remedies, Myers Natural Cleaning Products, Duke Cannon men's products, gourmet nuts and licorice, local honey and bee pollen, and all kinds of unique gifts. Shop local, everything. If you don't see it, we can get it at Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, Las Vegas TV Channel 2 Sue Levitt stopped by the Discovery Children's Museum as part of their report last November regarding heavy rainfalls in the Las Vegas Valley. The Clark County Regional Flood Control District has partnered with the Discovery Children's Museum to deliver an important message to children. Kids can visit Dranger Danger at the museum to receive flood safety tips along with the chance to win a prize. Dranger Danger will only be live at the museum until this November, so you'll want to go check it out soon.
I'd love to meet you, but you don't want to meet me.
Flood safety reminders are important for everyone, but especially children who may not fully understand that playing in floodwater can be dangerous. This is why Dranger Danger is now here at the Discovery Children's Museum, giving kids important tips.
For us, it was really a no-brainer, right? We love education, obviously, it's in everything that we do here, but then really being able to bleed in and bring some of our local government agencies that are actively doing this work in the community, we just thought this was so important.
Dranger Danger is an interactive Zoltar, so the kids have a fun time listening to his safety tips. And Dranger not only gives out tips, but also fortunes, making the interaction that much more fun for the children.
It's a little skeleton guy with swimming gear, and I love swimming. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. And then it's so cool, you get these little tips and tricks to help you out with, flood safety, so I think that's pretty awesome.
Growing up in Las Vegas, I saw lots of floods, and I felt like it was a really important thing. I still do to educate kids about that because it can be really dangerous, and it might seem enticing, but it's really dangerous, and it maybe doesn't look that way, but it is something to be aware of.
We want to remind children and teens to stay out of storm drains as well as staying out of the gutters when it's raining, because you just never know how fast that water's going to be moving. It can go up to speeds of 30 miles an hour. And so Dranger here is really reinforcing that message to stay out of the storm drains, stay safe during a rainstorm.
Safety tips are printed on tickets, which the kids can keep and take with them when they leave the museum as a reminder to stay safe. And if they're lucky, they'll also take away a prize.
When kids push the button and they get their fortune, they need to really check it out because they may win a prize. And that prize is filled with all kinds of regional flood control district swag.
I'm the danger that lives in the storm drain.
Dranger Danger speaks to the kids in both Spanish and English and is expected to reach over 250,000 children in the year that he's living here at the museum.
It's important for them to understand that this is not just something cool that you see in a movie or when water builds up that you should be playing in it. We really want them to know that safety is part of the education process, and I think that's why this partnership is so invaluable.
This is the first time the Clark County Regional Flood Control District has partnered with the Discovery Children's Museum. And when Dranger Danger made his debut, the museum had a full day of hands-on, fun educational flood safety activities for the kids.
I did not grow up here, so flash floods are new to me, and they're new to my daughter. She sees it raining outside and sees the big river, and she wants to go out and play in it. And so we've had to have lots of talks about nope, that's not a good idea.
I would tell them to come check it out. It seems like a really fun way to educate kids about flood safety.
Take it from me, Dranger Danger.
Thanks, Sue, and Las Vegas TV for that report. Well, February is National Cancer Prevention Month, and according to a study released last year, more individuals under the age of 50 are being diagnosed with cancer, both here in the U.S. and worldwide. Some of the cancers include breast cancer, colon cancer, endometrial cancer, and prostate cancer.
It has been a very concerning trend for sure, and one that we see in clinic all the time. I think, when I look at my clinic schedule and I see who's coming in and I just kind of scan through, the ages on the list, that number has definitely been, 15, 20 years younger than it was in the past.
Dr. Sunil Kamath is an oncologist at Cleveland Clinic. He says there's no one definitive answer for why people under 50 are getting early onset cancer. More research needs to be done. However, according to the study, part of the rise in cancer cases may be due to people getting screenings done at a younger age. Other factors may be related to dietary, lifestyle, and environmental exposures. The researchers also noted specifically that obesity seems to play a role. Dr. Kamath says he agrees with that finding, especially since obesity rates have gone up since the 1950s. Today, nearly 75% of Americans are considered overweight or obese. That number was under 40% 25 years ago.
We know that excess energy really causes a lot of bad things in terms of metabolism and inflammation, and all of those things can be triggers for cancer. And that's the same type of risk factor that really could affect many different tumor types.
Well, as far as prevention is concerned, the doctor recommends keeping a healthy weight, regularly exercising, and eating a diet rich in vegetables and fruits. Also, be sure to go with your annual screenings. Guidelines have changed in recent years, so make sure you're up to date. Well, we go to Never Forgotten Animal Society to meet a beautiful dog named Cindy.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hey everyone, this is Pat with Never Forgotten Animal Society at 3091 North David in Pahrump off of Bella Vista. With me is Cindy. Cindy is a Maltese mix. She is older. She's about 7 years old. Very, very sweet, loving girl. She came from a home where the people had to go into assisted living and they could not take her with them. So she's used to being in a family environment. She's used to being held and cuddled and loved on. She's a little bit overweight, but I'm sure with the proper diet that can be taken care of. And as you can see, she's just a love. She's available here at Never Forgotten Animal Society for a $250 adoption fee. She's already spayed. She's had all of her shots. She's got her microchip and her rabies certificate. So she is ready to be adopted today. So come on by, take a look at us. We're at 3091 North David off of Bella Vista in Pahrump. Our phone number is 775-537-8674. No appointment necessary. Just please come on in.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look at that mountain pass up there in Mountain Springs. Looking at a little bit more warmer than it did yesterday. We're going to have John here in a second tell us what's in store with our weather.
Over the years, you pay your insurance. But the minute you're in a car wreck, the insurance companies treat you like a crook.
Don't be bullied by the insurance companies. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. This is John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on the local BTV app, the app you need on your phone in 2023. Fernley checking in at 39 degrees tonight. Fallon, not much better, about 40. Carson City saw 34, and you are the Cool Spot Award winner. Gosh, it gets frosty in the middle of the state tonight. Look at that, 8, 9, 10 degrees for lows out in Tonopah, Goldfield. Not much better in the daytime, 39 and 37 out in Goldfield. Beatty saw 49. Amargosa, hot spot at 55. Still got freezing temperatures tonight, 27 degrees. And also Las Vegas, 51. Not faring much better with a 30-degree low tonight. Death Valley saw 65. And here in the Paradise Pahrump, actually not too bad, 48 degrees is our current temperature. We saw a high today of 52, and those winds out of the north to 15 miles per hour were just kind of the average gust, because I was feeling some like 30s and 40s. Boy, it was bedeviling me this afternoon. The sun rose this morning at 6:31. It's setting like right now, 5:25. We're heading down to London at 28 degrees with winds out of the northeast to 13 miles per hour, blowing our way into a fabulous Thursday. Look at this thing. Yeah, a lot of sun in the sky. Look at that, 51 degrees. Winds calming down to 5 miles per hour. That's kind of the theme until about Monday. They're kicking up into the 10 mile per hour zone. Looks like we get a little more significant winds on Tuesday, Wednesday. But clouds coming and going, not any talk of rain. Temperatures ranging up into the mid-60s this weekend. That seems pretty good. Approaching a Sunday with no football. Time to check out your honey-do list, I guess, and that's what we'll be doing. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right. Thank you so much, John. And we want to wish a very special happy birthday to our own Darby O'Donnell. She turns 27 today. Happy birthday, Darby. And that is going to wrap up this edition of News 25. We'll see you all back here tomorrow night. Have a great night.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson